Sanjiv, you are a 200-year-old group if you look at your whole history. And you have a big asset base. You have a $7 billion asset base. You have solid revenue flow. You have, I think, of over $4 billion annually revenue flow, 4.3 billion, I'm told. So you should be in a good position to be looking at areas where the growth will be. I'm sure you don't believe in sitting on capital. I'm sure you believe in investing, and you're investing, you're going into different areas. So I'm very curious to know, and many businessmen, entrepreneurs will be keen to know what are those areas which someone as savvy as Sanjiv Goenka will invest in. You're going into some areas, some element of FMCG. You've gone into a bit of media, and you've acquired an IPL team, which I don't think was a business decision. It was more an emotional decision. But having said that, what are the areas in which Bharat over the next decade will see exponential growth?
You know, green energy is one business where you will see huge growth. So we are investing in solar generation, in wind generation. In fact, we have said that about 60 to 70% of the power that we distribute in the 6 cities that we have the license to operate will be green. We are going to get into hydrogen electrolyzers. We are exploring this area in a very strong way. That's one. Green chelates is another form of completely green product. Ayurveda is, again, as green as it gets. So we are looking at green as the path forward. We do believe that is the way to go. I'd just like to mention your comment on the IPL team.
Yes, meant to provoke you.
I've heard this before, that it was not a business decision.
Yes.
But let me just say that I paid 7,000 crores for the license. 2 years later, I sit on more than one offer at a value of 14,000 plus.
So you're saying that investing 7,000 crores in Lucknow Super Giants is a business decision?
Well, out of the 7,000, I've said this before and I'll say this again, 6,100 was something that came out of a calculation done by our advisors and financial consultants. And 100 crores per year was the passion element.
Don't worry, I'm just provoking you. I'm just pulling your legs, Sanjiv. Don't take me seriously on this one. Let me have some fun. It's been a day of serious conversations, and I think I have the ability to pull your leg once in a while. We go back a long enough way to do that. But what are you doing? I mean, are people like you and Gautam Adani, Mukesh Ambani, I'm sure, and other major, the Birlas, are you doing enough to generate entrepreneurship? That's my first question. And my second question is, how do you view people who are running behind valuation? You see, Sanjiv, you're a 200-year-old company. Today, everybody wants to be a billionaire within 6 months. Everybody is after this valuation game. And running behind the valuation game, you've seen what happened to certain companies in recent days, like Byju's and others, you know. So, please answer both these questions. It's important that we must have the right ethics when we are running a business. So, 2 questions. Are you really doing enough to grow entrepreneurs from your side as a company, as an individual? And C, what do you make of this running behind billions instead of building sustainable businesses?
Arnab, if you build sustainable businesses which are profitable and growth-oriented, you will make billions. A concept can give you a head start. But if it is not sustainable, if it is not cash accretive, if it is not stakeholder remunerative, you're not going to get valuations which are sustainable. So I, for one, am not a great believer in these very fancy kind of media hype that gets created over certain companies. But having said that, Look at the number of companies which have started from scratch and have done so admirably. There's so much to be learned from that zeal, from that spirit, from that never say die attitude. You talked about Mukesh and Gautam Bhai and Kumar. They're in a scale way above mine. Mukesh is somebody I've unabashedly said is like my guru. He's somebody I look up to. He's somebody I try to follow. But they are there, I'm here. So, as far as I'm concerned, as far as we are concerned, we've started a small venture capital fund for FMCG, where we are not investing in startups, but second stage startups. And we are not only putting capital, but we are giving management expertise, and we are helping these companies scale up. So it's a small thing, it's not enough, but it's a beginning.
That's really good. And I think that's excellent. And I think it's good that you're also investing in the media, because that's where commitment and impact investing is happening. So I think it's all good. You know, we look up to you. I think you're a very grounded person. And I think, you represent traditional values. I think your next generation is going to take it to the next level. And we are always proud to be associated with you and to speak to you. So, Swesha, may you close,
Absolutely. Please. And in fact, furthering this point, there are also businesses that are struggling to stay relevant. You have a 200-year-old legacy group. You've seen governments change one generation after the other. How do you manage to evolve, innovate at every step? We are talking about Bharat, the next decade. What is the game plan for RPSG in the decade to come?
Frankly, I'm not thinking of a decade. It's the whole planning horizon has narrowed down. So over the next 3 years, we are investing about 55,000 crores, mostly towards green projects. That's committed, and that's at various stages of takeoff. And we'll take the next step. We'll start planning on that 12 months from now.
So, 3 takeaways from this conversation, Swesha, that I carry. 1, invest in India. Big Indian businesses are investing in India. This theory that big Indian businesses and successful businesses want to leave India because of compliance issues is completely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Second big takeaway is invest in value creation, not valuation. And I think that's very important. And third is, from talking to him, remain grounded. Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and look forward to seeing you soon, Sanjiv.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjiv. Lots of love. Thank you.